What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows on the Review, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
Howdy, everybody. My name is JR.
And I'm Stacey.
And this is going to be a very quick episode we're doing today. This may not be any more than 5 minutes. We cover a Comic-Con. It's called Lexington Comic-Con. And with any Comic-Con, when you go to these things, they schedule out guests in advance for this because this is a premier Comic-Con. When I'm talking about being premier, there's no stopping who the guests are going to be, what's going to happen at this show. It's very prominent. It's in the Midwest, and it's one of the first shows that starts off the Comic-Con convention year for most Comic-Con people. And I'm going to just pass the floor over to Stacey because Stacey has a lot that she'd like to talk about. It's a lot more excitement on her end this early for the simple fact that they've only made a few announcements.
Yes. So first off, I want to start out by saying I'm very excited for this year. But we also have to remember that things can happen. We don't know what is going to happen when the event comes up. So I need to remind everybody, you're allowed to be excited for the guest announcements, but please don't be too disappointed if something happens and they have to cancel or they don't show up. Because, as somebody bringing somebody in, you do the best that you can, and it's not necessarily the Comic-Con's fault if a celebrity or influencer or whatever you want to call them doesn't show up. So please remember that if anything ever happens. Last year we had an amazing time. They had the cast of Charmed, and we were fortunate enough to see Shannon Doherty before she passed away.
And she waved at me.
She did. He screamed so loud, and she just turned and looked, and it was exciting. It was very, very exciting. Should I start out with why I'm so excited?
Yeah, because this is basically your show this time.
Okay. So I get on, and Lexington Comic-Con, they're like, okay, we're going to post our first guest on Friday. We're going to make our first announcement. And next thing you know, I see this lady, this person. I'm like, oh, she looks familiar. And then I get to looking at the little pictures from the different movies she's from, and I see one of the characters from Twilight, and I lose it. Like, I'm so excited, I'm ecstatic, and I'm telling JR, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's from Twilight. And I was like, we need Kellen Lutz and Peter Facinelli, I'm sorry if I butchered his name, and Elizabeth Reeser and Jackson Rathbone, and who else we got? We got Ashley Greene. I said, well, I need some of those next. And then we are driving down the road, and next thing you know, JR goes, who's this Jackson guy? I'm like, what? So here I'm a little excited because I'm like, okay, well, maybe he got on Facebook. And he did. He got on Facebook and saw the other announcement for Jackson Rathbone, and I am so excited because I think they're going to start announcing some more of the Twilight cast.
Okay, and that's going to be an interesting thing. And like I said earlier, where this is one of those beginning of the year things. The worst thing that happens with this is not necessarily you might have snow, but it's just a little bit outside the snow window most of the time. It's just really cold. That's a cold time. So if you do come to this event, definitely do that. Now, to go full circle with things, we're going to just go ahead and turn this into an update episode. I would like to let everyone know that October is Halloween. It's a special month. And we're going to get into a new startup, which is going to be Retro Rewind. And this will comprise 2 movies from me and 2 movies from Stacey, both of our choosing, that relate to a theme. Like, we got Halloween, so we're going to just do a Halloween theme.
And we want to do a Halloween theme, not a horror theme. And that's another thing we had talked about earlier, is to make sure that we try to keep it related to Halloween, not so much horror only.
Right. So with that being said, the movies we are not going to announce right now because I already have my solid pick. Stacy has not picked her movies yet.
I have one, but I gotta find another one.
Right. So, in the meantime, you will be getting some amazing episodes in October, and I will say this: to finish out September, because this is just going to be a filibuster episode. We don't even know this could come out Thursday, Wednesday. It ain't gonna come out on Tuesday, but this will just be something a little extra we'll throw out there. I want to get everybody geared up to the notion of this. We are in a heavy movie season that's about to come upon us. So there will be all kinds of different things that we talk about, and we will still go in and talk about TV shows, and we'll still do what restaurant reviews. But our primary focus is people are enjoying the movie reviews. This summer, I want to thank everybody that's come along with us on this ride. Everybody that loved Despicable Me 4. I don't know what it was about that movie. Because going back in time now and thinking about it, it really wasn't.
I don't know. I feel like it's a kids movie, but it can also be an adult movie because you see quite a few, or you see some of the humor, and you see some of the sly jabs that they throw in there. So it's really made for everybody. Yeah, I think that's why it's getting so popular.
Okay.
And they have good promotion to it too. I mean, Despicable Me is always good promotion.
Yes, it is. And I think another thing that I will throw out there, and this is going to be tentative after the first of the year, we will be moving some content into a paid forum for Patreon. And on Patreon, we're going to curate that, and that'll be a block of episodes that are going to be there. There will be one controversial episode about a movie that has come out this summer that I've decided, down the pipeline that after certain things work out with someone reading said book again or whatever they got to do.
I feel like it's important to reread certain aspects of the book and to have you at least read those aspects so that way you understand the difference in the book and the movie. Kind of like how it was with the Twilight movies, where you read the books first for me and then we watched the movies together. So I think that's an important part with that movie that you're talking about.
And another thing that'll be good, let's skip over the month of December. I mean, no, November. Let's hit it December. In the month of December, we will also be covering a set of Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. Stacy has two, and I have two, part of the Retro Rewind series that we will be doing.
I will tell you, two for me is going to be really hard.
Well,
but I'm going to narrow them down, but it's going to be really hard for me.
Right, and I already have mine in the bag. Mine are so easy that it doesn't.
Right. I mean, I sit and watch Christmas in July movies on TV all the time.
So yeah, no doubt and all that. Like I think that we're going to have a pretty good going there. And just once again, like, subscribe, follow us across all social medias. I will say this as a whole. I apologize to anybody that is over on the media of X. We have not gotten any traction over there, so I do not push the envelope. Like I always say, I meet everybody at their Facebook, but X is a place where we're kind of in limbo. I will beef up my efforts in another month and a half with it, but for right now, you X users, if you can just hit our link tree and find everything, that is the greatest way to figure out where you want to meet and greet us across the internet.
Right. We do have a lot of plans going forward in the new year. I don't want to make it sound like we're just kind of cycling through the rest of the year, but good things take time, and I feel like the process that we're trying to do to make these little changes, that way it's not so drastic and everybody's still wanting to hang on with us, but we also want to make things better for you guys as a listening experience.
All right, so on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacey. Have a great day.